longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
6-18. Hey, 7-34.
To throw his car.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something I have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Well, get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Play action, Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive.
He's got it at the 15. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing his car on third down. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on third down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play action. It's Ryan.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Mullen.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pound their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And some room to run now.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to be down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Taylor now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Taylor now from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down, Jacobs. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Carr now to throw. And he's pulled in by Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here's Carr to throw.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they can just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the first down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
46-yard line.
To throw again is Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Clearly Farrell drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
On the draw is Taylor.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, touchdown!
Ashton Doolin,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to 28-10.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
75 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Finding room at midfield.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Here's Carr.
And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there at 4 yards. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21. Here's Ryan. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Ryan.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And got his man, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Touchdown, Colts. Paris Campbell, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think we were leading by a healthy margin already. It actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him. He delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, 40 yards. And the Raiders are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Denzel Perryman, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.